Have you ever found yourself, quite involuntarily, digging in your nose slot, only to tragically, and with great inconvenience, lose your balance, collapse with surprising grace, and discover your finger now firmly lodged in your nose? Well, you may think you are alone in such a plight, but you'd be surprised once you hear of the case that we just discovered on thefruitcave.com. This case, though highly absurd, took place just earlier this month. The case of Mr. Dick Swagger. It was an ordinary Tuesday afternoon in the suburb of Tumbleberry. Mr. Swagger, a man of modest posture and exceptional punctuality, had just boarded the number 13 bus after a long shift at the local Burkins factory. Somewhere between the third and fourth stop, just past the laundromat shaped like giant sock, he felt a polite but persistent tickle in his right nostril. Naturally, he reached up to administer a brief and discreet scratch, but fate had other plans. As the bus jolted over a rogue speed bump, Mr. Swagger lost his footing and tumbled into the lap of a startled pensioner named Miss Beatrice Schulvik.
Hello then.
I apologize. I'm very sorry about that.
The momentum, combined with poor reflexes and suspiciously slippery floor, resulted in what doctors later described as a moderately aggressive nasal embedding. In other words, his finger was now stuck in his nose. Embarrassed and not wanting to tell his silly story to a medical professional, Mr. Swagger turned to us, hoping that we at thefruitcave.com can help solve his case. My team and I, armed and ready, were more than happy to introduce our latest absurd creation. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nose Diggler.
Tired of boring old fingers to mine for nasal gold? Introducing the revolutionary marvel your nostrils never asked for but absolutely needed, the Nose Diggler. It tickles, it digs, it questions your life choices. Crafted in a lab entirely by trained and skilled nose professions, the Nose Diggler features self-lubricating elbow springs, a built-in shame detector that beeps when someone's watching. Whether you're at a business meeting, a wedding, or skydiving, the Nose Diggler makes sure that you can excavate with smoothness and mild social consequences. I used to dig with my pinky. Now I dig with pride. Yes, me too. I remember those days. Call now and get not one, but 2 Nose Digglers, plus a travel size mini Diggler for discreet on-the-go splunking.
Meet the gang, cause the boys are here, the boys to entertain you. With music and laughter to help you on your way, to raising the rafters with a hey, hey, hey. With songs and sketches and jokes old and new. With us about, you won't feel blue. So meet the gang, cause the boys are here, the boys to entertain you. B-O-B-O-Y-S, boys to entertain you.
Hello and welcome, everyone, to Table for Two. I'm your host, JP Sprang. Inside here, where time seems to hum backwards, I found myself appalled by the lack of human interaction. So, needless to say, I've decided to create my very own consensual friend. Tonight, I would like to introduce a special guest of mine. Some say he grew up under a swing set, others behind the boiler room. But one foggy morning when the sky looked like spilled milk, and the wind carried a smell like burnt toast and old pennies, he woke up.
Good evening and welcome to a new and exciting episode of A Sip of Whimsy, where we take a look at the most whimsical phenomenons to date the annals of silly. I'm your host, Baker Squeal. Roll the intro. Tonight's case is one that left many bystanders not only angry, but existentially unsettled. In fact, it made several citizens question the very authenticity of the government itself. It is without a doubt a silly tale. A tale involving postage cards, sealed secrets, and one man who holds the answers.
He is employed along with several other legally questionable couriers at Untrustworthy Postal, Inc., a delivery firm committed to the noble mission of spreading untrustworthy postage. Meet Archibald Giovanni, better known by those who dislike him as Bald Geek.
Don't ever call me that!
However, Giovanni is known for his trustworthy postal deliveries, a bitter and disgraceful identity. Many citizens here at Adal expressed their disappointment when they heard that they had been delivered trustworthy postage. One of many expressed his grievance on live television.
I must say I'm deeply and utterly disappointed by the trustworthy postal delivery that I have been receiving lately. It's gotten to a point where I have to hide behind a post in order to make sure that the post got delivered to the wrong person.
Well, as silly as it may sound, this poor soul has become the outcast of the town. A walking, talking punch. He has a pitiful grudge against those who mock him.
So, they want untrustworthy postage, do they? Well, we'll find out what will unfold when I meet their requests. I'll even write one myself. Now, they'll have no choice but to blame themselves for their stupidity.
Telegram from Mr. Roper.
I know that you are quite the art enthusiast, and so I thought that you'd like the birthday present I sent you. Signed, the Wilsons.
Oh, and I threw away my gold and silver.
Well, this was very nice of them. Let's see now. Where is it then?
It's an awkward son of a...
Mr. Archibald Giovanni, you stand accused of sending a postcard so obscene, disgraceful, featuring vile nudity. Why, it made an old pensioner faint, for crying out loud.
Not forgetting the 3 vicars from down the street. You ought to be ashamed.
I'm innocent. I was only sending postcards that everyone wanted. I never wanted to hurt.
Silence! Why, he sent it with a second-class stamp. Straight to a vicar in Kent. The front was rude, the back was worse. It smelled a bit like cement. It bore the phrase, "Greetings from Hull," with a drawing of someone's toe. And when the bishop gave it a sniff, his eyebrows wouldn't let go. So it's off to jail, dear postie lad, for crimes of graphic art. May you think again of cartoon bots before you next depart.
I threw away my gold and silver. Hey guys, JestSam enthusiast here. I just wanted to quickly tell y'all my story if you could just spare a minute of your time. I'm a long-time Bona Garage Studios campaigner, and over the years, there's been lots of ups and downs in the business, but I must say, this movement has been nothing short of a blessing. Subscribing to JestSam has changed the way I view the world, teaching me countless unwavering lessons in life. And to be honest, this could be you too. So I highly recommend you to subscribe today, and you'll have no regrets. JestSam enthusiast out.
Because of this misfortune, I had to step in, provided that I serve as Giovanni's advocate. My legal team, composed of 2 unpaid interns and a remarkably literate parrot, had pored over these statutes and discovered no clear prohibition against a postman sending a morally questionable postcard. But with this case drawing to a silly conclusion, I knew that I had to step in with a sip of my own whimsy. So I sought counsel from Ray McGillicuddy, a renowned postal workers' rights advocate, part-time clarinetist, and a sole spiritual successor to the late Dr. Albert Dulamo. He agreed to assist, though only after I promised not to bring up the incident with the rubber duck.
At precisely 9:03 p.m., Judge Periwinkle Peace banged the gavel with such polite force that the courtroom plant lost 2 leaves.
Let it be known that the Court of Brixfordshire recognizes the case of the Bald Geezer regarding the distribution of immoral and graphically textured postcards.
Your Honor, the evidence clearly shows that this postcard, this affront to postal decency, depicts a goose in tweed trousers, mooning the viewer while holding a tin of custard.
They mustn't know that I secretly want that postcard for myself. The jury, secretly usually calm and collected when dealing with matters of such whimsy, began to shift hysterically in their seats.
Let the record show that the court does not endure custard-based imagery. However, we must adhere to the law. Now shall we proceed?
We panned past stacks of unemployed letters, a moth-eaten banner reading, "Justice through stamps," and a half-drunk mug of Earl Grey.
Dr. Dulemo would have defended this. He once faced 14 counts of improper envelope licking and walked out free with a medal.
So, you'll help?
On one condition. We never speak of the rubber duck incident again.
In conclusion, while the postcard is inarguably distasteful, it is not, to the best of the court's knowledge, illegal. However, it is very nearly immoral and certainly smells of elderflower.
We find the defendant mildly inappropriate, but not guilty.
Well, folks, such is the case of one who does not do their job properly. But we've said it before and we'll say it again. Your legal matter, no matter how silly, remains dormant and at the heart of our unrest.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to recite a poem as we wrap up this evening's program.
O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered. Every wreck, the prize we sought, is won. The port is near, the bells are here, the people all exulting. While follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. But oh heart, 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 oh the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. O Captain, my Captain.
Kiss me good night, Sergeant Major. Put me in my little wooden